They may not be living under occupation, but the life of these Palestinians is far from dignified. Fleeing from Beersheba under Israeli bombardment, they came to Egypt's eastern province in 1948. 92-year-old SULEIMAN in NAMOULY was in his 20s when he came here.
Even old and helpless as I am, I still think of Palestine all the time. We used to own land that we farmed. Now we don't do any of that. We don't own anything.
Roughly 3,500 of the estimated 70,000 Palestinian refugees in Egypt live in Geziret Fadel village. They've built their mud houses themselves, and for many, processing garbage is the only way to make a living. Palestinian refugees who live here do not have access to basic services. The village lacks necessary infrastructure such as sewage treatment, and there are no schools or any medical facilities here whatsoever. Their conditions are similar to many poor Egyptians, but these refugees have it worse. They're not even eligible for free healthcare and education and are not allowed to work in the public sector because they're considered foreigners.
It would cost a fortune to pay private school tuition for all my children. To send them to public schools, we have to go through a lengthy process to prove we cannot afford tuition, and that the nearest private school is more than 7 kilometers away. Many people just don't bother.
And with most of them left illiterate, children here are stuck in an endless cycle of poverty. They have refugee status, but unlike Jordan, Syria and Lebanon, they're not served by UNRWA, the UN agency that assists Palestinian refugees. That's because its mandate does not include Egypt. Those who are born and raised here have only seen Palestine on TV, but their sense of identity is strong.
My father tells me how beautiful Palestine is. He tells me about the olive trees. They had many olive trees. We'd like to go back, even if my family lost the keys of the old house a long time ago.
Despite their difficult life, many of them say they're grateful Egypt gave them a home. But activists say a country with such an active political role in handling the Palestinian cause should do better on a humanitarian level. Rawya, Rageh, Al Jazeera, Geziret Fadel, Egypt.